This is sports stuff, betting stuff.
Down.
Good. Jim, are you excited?
No, have you seen my results? No, I'm not
I,
excited.
I have seen them. This is sports stuff, betting stuff, the number one sports betting podcast coming out of the sports stuff with Jim and Muff Enterprise. I am your host, the guide or the steer of this rudderless ship, the original degenerate, Muff.
Hello, Muff.
Howdy, folks. Joined alongside the Ohio Homer, the Ohio Degenerate, and the Capo of the Midwest Crack House, Jim.
My results are like the Kraken, not good.
And last, the person atop the leaderboard has been atop the leaderboard, probably will be atop the leaderboard for the rest of the year, the medical degenerate, Alex.
We're staying hot. That's me.
This is a somewhat of a special episode of Sports Stuff Betting Stuff.
Every
We
episode's
will.
a special episode if you just believe.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Jim. Jim, that was for you. That was a tidbit for you, I think, today.
I gotta believe.
We will go over last week's best bets along with our specialty picks, go into the NFL slate for this week and the college bowl games coming up between now and next Thursday. Bowl season is upon us, which means that you, yes, you listening, you watching, can get in on the Bowl Pick'em Challenge. Follow us on our social media at SportsJimMuff on Instagram.
Like gig 'em, pick 'em.
Thank you, Alex.
What do you win?
A prize.
Prizes!
Prizes!
It is a free entry. You can get the prizes. Get in the link in the bio on Instagram, on Twitter. You can also catch it on Facebook.
We haven't spelled it out. How do you win? Because last year we did this and nobody beat the show, and therefore we didn't give out prizes.
Well, don't beat the show. I don't know what to tell you.
So is it this year you have to beat the show to get the
Was it
prizes?
last year? Was it? No, maybe it was March Madness that Paige won.
It was March Madness.
Okay, and she got the Boy Mom Cup.
Yeah, but can you beat the show? I think we should run it back. See if you
Well,
can
that
beat
was it because you got a prize if you won,
Mm-hmm.
and then you were supposed to get like a small prize if you beat the show.
That was March Madness, but with a bowl pick'em, nobody beat us.
Yeah,
we
that's
were
what I'm saying.
impressed.
But you were supposed to, but no one beat us, so we didn't have that option to give you
There were
anything.
no
You
prizes
guys
for the
weren't as
bowl
good as
pick'em.
us.
Well, if you don't beat the show, but you're
You
the
suck.
best of everyone else, I think we should be giving a prize.
If the show wins, no one gets prizes. This is not a participation trophy type of
Yeah,
show.
that was exactly what he said last time.
Okay.
Beat the show.
Period.
One thing that will be a competition, there will be a winner, and it will be one of the three of us. We will, as a show, the degenerates of the world, be doing a confidence pick challenge between myself, Alex, and Jim.
I'm so sick of taking you guys' victories from your jaws.
Are you sick?
No.
Feels
pretty good.
So if nobody's ever done confidence pick, how this will work, and I'll probably share a link to the link or the link in the bio, the link tree, is we will go through every bowl game and make a spread pick for each bowl game, and then we will assign points based on how confident we are, 1 through 41, where you can only use each number once, and then we will accumulate points with our wins. Losses count as 0 points towards our total. So we'll have an update in the next few weeks as that continues on with our confidence picks, as well as updates with the Bowl Pick'em Challenge, facilitated through
FanDuel?
ESPN.
Oh.
Boo.
Don't think FanDuel has an option for us on
They
this
do
one.
not. They do not.
But
They
our
should.
exclusive
FanDuel.
betting app is
FanDuel?
FanDuel.
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 Hashtag FanDuel. That's where we place all of our bets because we're a FanDuel podcast
We are.
through and through.
Have we ever we keep saying it over and over again, but have we ever thought about reaching out to them directly?
I don't think they listen.
I'm sure if we reach out to them, like getting their DMs on Instagram or Twitter, it'll probably come back with a canned response of, "Thank you for contacting customer service." We'll have somebody get to you really quickly.
Prove and FanDuel, if you're listening, prove us wrong.
FanDuel.
FanDuel. You can also follow us on the Action app, where you can see all of our picks, some of our picks, maybe our picks. Follow them live time. You can follow me at CMcPherson20.
Bucketville Butcher.
At the Real Medical Degenerate. I put 2 weeks worth of bets in this year, guys.
Hey.
But you never know. So I just knocked my mic over. Sorry, I got loud. You never know when it could get popping up in there.
Poppin'.
Yep.
Popping like those champagne bottles after the Lakers won the in-season tournament and then raised a banner.
See that?
I just found that out today. They
Yeah, that was the
raised
whole
a
thing.
banner.
People were mad about
Now
that.
I'm mad.
People were big mad about that.
I'm big
It's-
mad.
It's the first one.
Yeah, they're big madder than Draymond Green was at that European guy.
There's a TikTok on.
He punched him in the
He
face.
slapped him.
There's a TikTok out there where Kobe says we don't raise divisional championships. We only raise the championship. And you can hate it, but that's what we do.
Yeah, if Kobe says it, it's
And
cost.
now we're doing mid-season.
Not even mid-season. They're still in like the first quarter of the season.
Hey, Genie.
It's literally just in season.
Gene Bean. Not okay.
Not okay. All right, let's get into last week's recap, starting with the winner. I'm not going to say the big winner, but the person who had the best record last week. Comes as no surprise, Alex.
It's me. I'm the big wiener.
Hmm.
Just kidding. 3-3. Brings my total to 54-39-2 with a 568 winning percentage. I won Army minus 2.5 versus Navy, Bengals plus 1.5 versus the Colts, and the Broncos plus 2.5 at the Chargers. And I lost 3. I lost the Lions minus 3 at the Bears, Texas minus 3.5 at the Jets, Packers minus 6.5 at the Giants. I will say I have to shout out someone I work with, Steph, who's a diehard Broncos fan, because last season I bet against them a significant amount of times. This year I was able to confidently bet for them. Came away with a victory.
Here we go. I was next this week, going 3-4. Was 3-2 going into Monday Night Football, and then the Dolphins and the Packers happened. Bringing my total to 51-55 for a 481 winning percentage. In addition to my losses on Monday Night Football with the Titans, Dolphins, Packers, Giants, I also barely missed the Army Navy over because Navy couldn't sneak it in with 5 seconds left. That's an L. I took the Saints minus 5.5 to win. That's a dub. The Browns to cover, which is also a win. Took Lions Bears over, which was a loss, and I took the Bills Chiefs under, which was a W.
I lost.
You didn't
Something
go
I
over.
did.
You didn't go over.
I've been lucky the last 2 weeks not to go over. I count my blessings. I won the Cowboys minus 3 against the Eagles. I lost the Steelers minus 6 against the Patriots. Lost the Texans minus 3 against the Jets. Lost the Dolphins minus 13.5 against the Titans. Lost the Lions minus 3 at the Bears. Lost the Chiefs minus 1.5 against the Bills. Lost the Packers minus 6.5 against the Giants.
Are you personally offended by Kadarius Toney's toe?
I am not a toe man. I am not Rex Ryan. You're not going to bait me into that.
I mean, Rex Ryan even said he was offended by it, and he said that takes a lot.
That's so weird.
Just saying. You could have been that
Rex
guy.
Ryan is such. I can't believe he still has a platform to speak.
He does. Which brings us into our specialty picks first with the Mike Allstott hit stick pick of the week.
Oh, pow, pow.
This
It
is
was
like
a
a
loss.
punch drunk boxer. Still
Me?
got an okay record, but
Oh.
meh.
Bring it to 6-9 as we lost the Packers to cover 6.5 against Tommy DeVito and his straight out of General Casting's agent Giants. Speaking of, in the Midwest Mobster risky pick of the week,
Get out of here.
another win as we took the Bills money line, and that's the win, bringing the risky pick to 10-5. We know how to pick them.
Money
That would
line
be
dogs.
risky. We're
we got
risky. We are as a group risky. So I think
we got
makes
that
sense.
dog in us. We got that dog. 100% confirmed. And in the Lolita whale of a parlay.
Here we go. Somebody shoot that fucking whale.
Lolita is
I
dead
felt like
and
Jim needed me to. I felt like Jim's soul needed me to up it today.
Good grief.
the Lolita parlay is dead. Lolita, the actual whale, Takate, is dead. We've lost
I think we
again.
just have to ride the Lolita out at this point. Next,
Oh, we're
next
just
year
gonna
we'll
keep
start
doing
again.
it.
Yeah, next year we'll start again, but we're just gonna ride the Lolita out.
Yeah.
Right? The only win was Alex's pick, which is the Bengals plus 1.5. The hit stick lost. I took the Lions Bears over, and Jim took the Dolphins to cover.
Why? You know what? Why don't we let him? Why don't we let the leader of the whale brigade pick the whole freaking thing?
The
The leader of the. First of all, I feel like if anyone else told me I was a leader of a whale brigade, I would feel offended. But in this context, I don't feel that way. Like if some guy was off the street and was like, "Hey, Alex, you're a leader of the whale brigade," I'd be like, "Is that a joke?" And I'd feel offended.
we could pick. We could put, and this is my thought. We put the risky pick in,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and then we let Alex choose 3 games, and we let the light choose which side of the 3 games.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't
All
have to
right.
be
It can't get
games that
worse.
Alex is betting.
It
Alex just gets to
literally
pick the
cannot
games.
get worse than where we're
Correct.
at right
Yeah.
now.
I think that's the play. Okay, that's what we're gonna do.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Which brings us into this week's slate in the NFL. Starting on Thursday night tonight, as the Chargers travel to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. Raiders -3 over under 34. No Justin Herbert for the Chargers.
Staying away. I will
It's
not put
Thursday.
money on the Raiders. It is Thursday. There is no Herbert. I am staying away. Keenan Allen is also out.
Out. I hate to say this, I'm leaning towards the Raiders.
Really?
That's your
Yeah.
business.
I lean the other way, but I'm also not I shouldn't say lean. I would choose the other way. I would choose the Chargers here, but I'm not leaning either way. I'm gonna stay away.
Yeah, I'm leaning. TBD. TBD. There's a lean there. Moving into Saturday football, starting with the Vikings at the Bengals. Bengals favored by 3 over under 40. Nick Mullins has been named the starter for the Vikings. The status of Justin Jefferson is still up in the air. Although he says he wants to play. He says he will play.
I lean the Bengals.
I like the Bengals in this.
Yeah, I will not stray anybody away from that, given what the Bengals have been able to do. Nick Mullins is the wild card in this one. So that's all I have to say. Next, what?
I lean the Bengals hard.
Hard
Well,
lean
then
on
is
the
it really a
Bengals.
lean if you lean hard?
Might
I'm
fall over.
almost falling into it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Falling. Steelers.
Where were you going with that? Where were you going with that? What song were we gonna hit, Muff?
We were
I-
gonna do some Alicia Keys.
That's where I
I
thought.
knew
Okay,
that was
okay.
what I was just about to
Okay.
say.
Alex has fallen in love with Jake Browning.
I just
Gotcha.
can't help falling
In love
with
Oh, love
you.
with you.
with JB. Next in Saturday action, the Steelers at the Colts. Colts favored by 2.5 over under 42. Steelers, Najee Harris, TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, all questionable. TJ Watt is in the concussion protocols.
Percussion. I like the Colts. I lean the Colts on this.
Who am I to say otherwise in this one? The way the Steelers have been looking, I think what is going potentially well for the Steelers is that the Colts have a lackluster rush defense.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that if the Colts are going to get got, that's how it's going to happen.
Yep.
So I'm going to stay away for this one though, especially with the questionables of both of the Steelers edge rushers in a
Mhm.
game where they need to get to Gardner Minshew. So I'm staying away. In Saturday night prime time action, we got the Broncos at the Lions. Lions favored by 4 over under 47.5.
The Lions are too risky. I've rode them hard 2 weeks and 2 big old flops in the face.
Floppers in the face.
Floppy.
I'm gonna probably lean towards an under bet here. As much as I
even
hate
that, I don't like that.
as much as
That's not-
as much as I hate to do that against a Lions defensive team, the Broncos offensively are just a sit on the
They get-
ball and figure it out.
Yes, they get what they need to get.
And the Broncos defense, not bad.
No, and part of me wants to take the Broncos here to cover, but I just don't like betting against MCDC because I think at any point he can turn it on.
Primetime Saturday, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know about that.
The primetime unders, remember that. This is a primetime game.
Oh yeah.
It's a primetime game.
Is that still consistent?
Yes, it was well above anything that was probably going to make it go down throughout the year, like through the rest of the year. So it's still a thing.
You know what? I might lean that way.
Okay. Getting into Sunday football first in the early slate, we have the Bucks at the Packers. Packers minus 3.5 over under 41.5. Barry Alexander's out for the Packers. Aaron Jones, Christian Watson, Quay Walker, all questionable for the Pack. I would lean Bucks plus 3.5, but probably gonna end up staying away. There was something about Jordan Love last game where he just wasn't putting zip on the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was windy. It was windy in Jersey. He was fighting all the capicola and all of the other Italian lunch meats in that stadium as well. So maybe the friendly confines of Green Bay will do him good. It's back in the Midwest, though. It's Midwest mobsters, right, Jim?
Yeah. Yeah.
Any other thoughts? You guys gonna let me keep talking?
I'm still in the lunch meat, man.
No, I'm torn because
Like, I
part
still
of me
can't
leans,
get over it.
part of me leans Packers.
Like I said, I'm probably gonna end up staying away, but I'm just saying Bucks plus 3.5.
I'm gonna stay away, but if I had to choose and I had to pick every game, I would pick Packers here.
Look at him baiting me to do every game.
Nobody's baiting you anything. We're on Alex and I are on opposite sides of that. How are we
Alex,
baiting?
No, we're
you?
not baiting.
Stop it. That's the whale noise, though. Stop
What?
it.
What'd you say?
That's the
It's
whale
whale.
noise, but stop.
That's what I should do instead of the whale. Just
Now he puts it together.
Alex, this is the first time you've had those Busch
14
Light
fucking
bottles.
weeks of him
and
doing
this
an
is why
annoying
they're
noise.
cheap because you can make that noise and people don't like it, so they sell them too cheap.
All right. Giants at the Saints. Saints minus 6 over under 38. Big old Tommy DeVito energy incoming.
I lean Giants plus 6.
I feel like the world's going to be leaning Giants plus 6, which is
I
why
feel like-
the world should probably go the other way.
Yes, I was gonna say the world's leading Giants plus 6, thinking something great's gonna happen, and I think the Giants are the Giants again, and it doesn't go well.
Yeah, I still don't know how confident I feel, but I feel like this is one of those the money's going to be all there, and it's not going to work out. Next we got the Falcons at the Panthers. Falcons minus 3 over under 34.5. I'm going to continue on my fade the Panthers.
You're gonna ride that, huh?
I'm going to ride the fade the Panthers.
I'm gonna go with that as well. I was thinking about that earlier this week. I'm gonna go with that as well.
Alex, thoughts?
No.
Okay. Texans at Titans. Titans favored by 2.5. 37.5 is the points total. CJ Stroud still questionable along with Case Keenum.
I don't know how CJ Stroud comes out of that. I mean, he probably will because all of a sudden they've found a miracle cure for concussions in football.
He went to the concussion factory.
Right, but I don't know. I don't see how he comes out of that. That was a big ass hit.
Yeah. I mean, they're still competing for a playoff spot. I think that's how he finds the way to
That
get out of
solves
it.
concussions.
It definitely gives reason to not have a concussion anymore. So,
Alex, can I will a concussion away? Just medically, can I will a concussion away?
Do your best, but I don't think that's how it works.
I mean,
Okay.
isn't it a head injury?
Yeah.
Mind ever matter? Isn't that how that works?
Can I do that?
I would love to be able to tell you yes, but no.
So Will Smith was wrong or right?
I still like the Texans here.
Even with the Titans coming off that big win, Monday
Yep.
Night Football.
That makes
As-
me more confident in the Texans.
Okay, same kind of reason we're thinking about the Giants.
Yes.
All right, it's fair. It's fair. I'm gonna stay away from this one, I think.
Yeah, me too.
I'm probably gonna take the Texans, to be honest.
Oh,
Okay, I like it.
you know what? I'm gonna do it too if he does it because, quite frankly, he's on a roll.
All right.
My heart of hearts tells me that that might be a good pick.
The Jets traveling to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 8.5, over under 37.5. It is conjectured that Aaron Rodgers is going to be medically cleared.
Oh dear, he ain't gonna play this game.
No,
He's gonna wait.
There's no way he's playing this
Who
game.
do the
There
Jets?
you have it, folks.
Here's my question: who do the Jets play next week, and is it at home?
The Jets, I think, are pretty much mathematically eliminated.
If the Jets play somebody easy next week at home,
Mhm.
that will be when he comes back. He's not going to
First
come
off,
back
Alex,
at the
you're
Dolphins.
not Aaron Rodgers' water carrier. Muff is.
Yep.
We need to understand what Muff says before we can say anything.
I've already said what I'm going to say.
So as soon as Muff says he's playing next week, this week, whatever, that's when we'll know.
Muff don't know shit.
Muff knows everything about Aaron Rodgers.
Didn't you know? I have a direct line.
Direct line.
I was with him when he was watching the whales fornicate,
Right.
and that's how the Lolita whale of a parlay came to be, Alex. Wrong sound effect, Alex. Wrong sound effect.
Blow the bottle, dummy.
No, you can't do it.
No, I can't do it. Have another one.
Oh no, no,
Alright.
no.
Good. Still can't do it.
What the hell?
What the hell?
You've had one too many. Next, Bears at the Browns. Browns -3, over under 37.5. Come on, Joey. Old Joey Flacco.
No, thank you. Alex, the
Got it.
moment has fucking passed.
All right, I had to get it. I had to get it.
I had to get it. I had to
Do
get
you have
it.
anything on this, Alex? Browns, Bears?
Probably would lean with you on the Browns, maybe, but no, I do not.
Okay. Next, Chiefs at the Patriots. Chiefs -9.5, over under 37. Number one, first question. Does Kadarius Toney even get a ball thrown to him in this game?
No,
Yes.
they just let him sit over there and think about his actions.
Andy Reid doesn't care about that shit.
He did say they're not gonna. He says we're gonna stick with him.
Well, they've stuck with him all season, and he's been shite.
Andy Reid.
Well, that's
doesn't
what I
care.
mean.
All it's going to take is Tony coming to Andy Reid saying, "Here's a cheeseburger. Oh, you're back in the game, bro.
Cheeseburger.
I got these cheeseburgers, Andy."
And the reports coming out that old Billy Belichick may not be back next season. And this
I
is
would
now
be.
potentially
I'm staying away
decided
from this game.
for all of those reasons.
You have the dark side of Bill, who's going to come out and just eat souls, and then you have pissed off Patrick Mahomes, who's coming to prove a point.
I
You
mean,
have
Bill
some
Belichick.
hotheads.
Bill Belichick not coming back under anything but his own opinion is wild to me. And if they do that to him and they actually do fire him, I will think less than I already do of the Patriots organization.
Yes,
I'm just being honest.
I
You
agree.
think he'll get a complimentary massage ticket on the way out?
If he is not choosing to retire, he deserves complimentary whatever the hell he wants, and I still will think less of the Patriots organization for it.
He'll have to like find a new sweatshirt.
That would literally be like Nick Saban having two. To be honest, I genuinely think of it as Nick Saban having 2 bad years because his best players all left at once, and Alabama firing him.
No, I don't think that's a good analogy.
That's exactly what's happening in New England right now, Jim.
But I think they blame it's college and NFL, and I don't think like it's not like, oh, my best players left and I couldn't control it. Bill probably could have kept his best players if Bill
No,
wasn't
Tom Brady
involved so
retired.
much.
Well, no,
And
Tom
then
Brady
played
went.
for the Bucks.
He came back, but
And Gronk also retired.
Followed
for the
Tom Brady.
Bucks. Like Bill could have probably got a couple more years out of them had he not been an evil, dark curmudgeon.
But he also won so many Super Bowls because he was an evil dark curmudgeon.
I think he eventually let the dark side consume him, and nobody wanted to play for the Dark Lord anymore.
I don't know. I just don't.
So we're all staying away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next in the 4 p.m. slate, we have the Commanders at the Rams. Rams minus 6.5 over to 49.5. Commanders are coming off a bye, and the Rams are coming off a competitive game against the Ravens.
No, thank you.
Stay away.
Yeah. I was thinking of the Rams. I was actually
Decent.
I was strongly considering it, and I'm like, Commanders off a bye. Should that
Yes.
make some? This is a late week to have the bye, right?
These are two
Yeah.
very volatile teams.
Yeah. So yes, anyway, 49ers at the Cardinals. 49ers favored by 13.5 over into 47.5.
That spread is so high, and I
the
want to play the
20?
49ers
I know.
Uh,
I'll stay away because it's too high for me. But if it was 10.5,
all day.
9.5, definitely. 13.5 is a little much.
I think this is the one I'm going to lock in right now.
The 49ers,
The 49ers to cover.
Well, I'm into.
I don't hate it. It's tempting.
I just needed a gentle push.
I'm going to lock that one in right now. And in the last game of the 4 p.m. slate, we have the Cowboys at the Bills. Bills
Not
favored by 1.5
touching this.
over under
No.
50.5.
No,
A game to watch.
Yes,
Be
it'll be
fun. It's
really
gonna be
great
good,
game to
good,
watch,
yes.
but no
No,
idea what's going
thank
to
you.
happen here.
I mean, this is Bills Mafia territory. Cowboys have not been playing as well away from Jerry World.
Mm-hmm.
Bills coming off a big win for them.
Mm-hmm.
True.
This is like everything adds up for this to be a Bills game, but the Cowboys have been the Cowboys. Like they've played well.
Cowboys being the Cowboys.
I don't know what that means, but that's what it is.
It's true.
And in Sunday Night Football, we have the Ravens traveling to Duval to take on the Jaguars. Ravens -3 over under 42.5. For the Jags, they're without Christian Kirk indefinitely. Zay Jones most likely back. And the Ravens are without services of Devin Duvernay for the foreseeable future. Hmm. I'm
No,
going to stay away.
I am too. Good game to watch, though. Probably put a same game parlay on it.
Nice, Jim.
Staying away.
And in Monday Night Football, the Eagles traveling to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. Eagles favored by 3.5 over under 47.5. Eagles coming off not so good. Not so good. But Geno Smith is questionable for this game, which may mean that we see Drew Lock.
Why do I
I'm
want to
taking
take
Eagles.
I was just going to say, why do I want to take the Eagles here?
I am.
12th man.
What do you feel, Muff?
I feel like I'm going to stay away. I feel like the 12th man is going to be 12th manning it this one.
Yeah, but
Don't be Jim, Alex.
I'm
Don't
not.
force me to a pick.
I'm not forcing you into it. I'm just
You're just what? Just asking me what I would pick?
Yes.
I'm not, but I am.
as a friend.
That doesn't work. Muff's just. Oh, by the way, the Bengals line has moved. It's now -2.5 on FanDuel.
Vandal. Yeah, good call, Jim. Good pick. Good pick up.
Were you both on it already?
Yeah.
All right, so that wraps up the NFL slate, which brings us into college football bowl season. Starting with a big slate of games on Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Georgia Southern taking on Ohio. The Bobcats from Ohio. Georgia Southern favored by 3.5. Over under 48.5.
My slate is big. I lean towards Ohio.
Yeah, I would. If I had to lean, this would be if I had to lean Georgia Southern cover.
If I had to lean, I'd lean Ohio, but I don't have to lean, so I'm just gonna stay away.
You don't have to rock with it after you
I don't
lean.
have
Yeah,
to lean
he's
with
playing-
it or rock with
He's
it.
playing conservative ball.
Alex has played conservatively most of the year, Jim.
He's gonna have the fewest bets this time. You watch.
Alex has had
I do
5
right
to
now.
6.
I think Muff and I might have the exact same number. I just counted today.
I don't care about Muff. I care
We're
about
either
you.
one apart or the same. You have like 5 more than us. but it's
No,
pretty
I'm saying
close.
today
Yeah.
you have 3 bets on the board.
I thought no, yeah, I have 3 on the board right now, but that's not all I'm taking.
We'll see.
I have a note card.
I don't trust you.
At 2:15 on Saturday, we have the
Trust issues.
RNL Carriers Bowl, Jacksonville State taking on the Raggin' Caggins of University of Louisiana, Lafayette down in the Bayou.
49ers spread has moved. FYI. 12.5.
Hmm.
I feel like I don't trust you.
We're
Look it
moving in
up.
we're moving in our favors.
We're moving into favors. So any thoughts on the Raggin' Caggins taking on Jacksonville State?
Staying away.
Lean Rag and Caggins is on principle, but staying away.
Me as well, staying away. In the Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl,
Avocados from Mexico.
Miami, Ohio taking on Appalachian State. App State favored by 6.5, over under 44.5. Think I'm going to probably end up with the Mountaineers.
I'm gonna stay away, but I don't fault you whatsoever for the Mountaineers take.
Jim?
I'm leaning. It's gonna be a hard debate all the way to the bitter end on that one.
Okay. Next at 5:45, dinner time football in the New Mexico Bowl. We got New Mexico State taking on Fresno State. New Mexico State favored by 3.5, over under 51.5.
Hammering New Mexico State.
I lean New Mexico State.
Ooh. Looks like you two got something there. I'm gonna stay away from this one. Up next in the Starco Brands LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk. UCLA taking on Boise State. UCLA favored by 4.5, over under 48.5.
I like
I don't
Boise State.
understand why the spread is that. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Boise's not a bad team. UCLA, most of the year was not good.
They also played in a very strong conference.
So that's what we're saying.
I mean, that's what you have when these Power Fives versus
I
non-Power
understand that, but
Fives.
is that what we're saying that led to this spread?
I'm gonna guess
Okay.
strength of schedule, strength of record.
Alex, you said you're leaning towards Boise?
I lean towards Boise.
Yeah, me too. That's where I'm at. I lean in.
And in the nightcap on Saturday, we have the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. California taking on Texas Tech. Texas Tech favored by 3, 58.5 points is the point number. Good.
What is I like Texas Tech.
I would like
gonna
Texas Tech, but not that much.
I think I might take Texas Tech.
Alex is gonna do it.
I might just do Big 12 Rider here.
Ride the Raiders.
Basically, he had to. Otherwise, I was going to call him a liar.
A what?
A liar.
On what?
Because you only had 3 bets on the board.
No, I have a card here.
Mm-hmm. Liar.
I don't have to take any number. I can take as many as I want or
Liar.
as few as I want.
Liar.
Liar. Jim's calling you a liar. Them fighting words. Don't go Draymond Green on him.
On.
You get slapped. And in Monday, continue with the bowl season, we have the famous Toastery Bowl. Western Kentucky Hilltoppers.
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 Taking on Old Dominion. ODU favored by 2.5, over under 55.5.
Give me the Hilltoppers on principle.
Yeah, I'm not betting that.
You aren't? But Jim, they're such a good team.
They are.
You just blindly bet them previously. You just like
I have
Hilltoppers.
put enough money in the old in the coffers here. But I'm not
betting them.
doing it.
Says I'm not. He says I'm not doing it. Not gonna do it at all. And next on Tuesday, the last game of this week's slate for us, we got the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowls. UTSA is taking on Marshall. Them Road Runners beep beeps. Favored by 12.5. Over under 52.5. I'm gonna go with UTSA.
Oh, I'm going directly opposite of you.
Well, I already know why you're doing that, so
Is West by God?
yes. So pick just rooted in so much logic.
This is remember when you asked Jim why he took the team and he said Hilltoppers?
This is it. This is
West
your
by God.
Hilltoppers.
West by God.
This is your Hilltoppers, you know?
This is my West by God.
All right. So that wraps up this week's slate and our initial thoughts, which brings us into our best bets, starting with Alex, the rating.
My best
WT
bets will be 6. It will be the Bengals -2.5 versus the Vikings, the Texans +2.5 at the Titans, the Eagles -3.5 at the Seahawks, Texas Tech -3 versus Cal, Western Kentucky +2.5 versus Old Dominion, and
Hilltoppers.
Hilltoppers.
Marshall from West by God, Virginia +12.5 versus UTSA.
I'm next. I'm going to start it off in Thursday night football in the NFL with the Raiders to cover 3, hosting the Chargers. Moving on to bowl season on Saturdays. I'm going to take App State to cover 6.5, taking on the Hawks of Miami, Ohio. Next, getting into NFL Sunday, I'm going to take the Broncos Lions under 47.5, the Falcons to cover 3, traveling to Carolina to take on the Panthers, and the 49ers to cover 12.5, traveling to Arizona to take on them pesky Cardinals. And my slate finishes in Tuesday College Bowl action with the Beep Beeps, the Roadrunners of UTSA to cover 12.5, taking on We Are losing this game, the Marshall Thundering Herd.
Boo.
Jim?
Okay, I'm taking the Bengals -2.5 at versus the Vikings. The under on the Broncos Lions game. Falcons -3 against the Panthers. Texans +2.5 against the Titans. 49ers -12.5 now at the Cardinals. Eagles -3.5 at the Seahawks. And New Mexico State -3.5 versus Fresno.
Right. That leads us into our specialty picks, starting first with the Mike Allstott Hit Stick Pick of the Week.
Pow, pow. Well, Jim and I both have the Bengals -2.5.
I don't have any side in that game.
I know.
Jim and I both have
I think we should go the other way first. I think we should pick the
no. There's a reason
it's
why that
worked
risky
for us,
pick
right?
works. We gotta
Oh yeah, that's
maintain
true.
the
That's true.
integrity.
You're right. You're
Maintain
right.
the integrity here. Jim and I are both on the Niners. Jim and I are both on the Falcons.
I don't hate the
Alex,
Niners.
you and Jim are both on the Texans.
I would choose the Niners before I chose the Falcons.
Well, do you guys want to put any of your two common picks?
I would put forth the Niners or the Bengals.
Just a light. Just a light situation.
Yeah.
Okay. Alex, choose who's the light.
The Bengals.
Oh, please. Light malfunction. The light wins. It will be the Bengals to cover 2.5, hosting the Vikings, and the Mike Allstott Hit Stick Pick of the Week. In the Midwest Map, the risky pick of the week.
Get out of here.
Texans.
You two are both on the Texans plus the points. Is that it?
Do you have anything else to put forward, Muff?
No, I like that a lot.
I do not have anything that I would choose to put forward now.
Texans.
It will be the Texans money line. We've done well with the Texans money line overall in this pick. So awesome. The risky pick is the Texans money line, traveling to Nashville to take on them Titans in the Lolita well of a parlay. Alex. It just can't
Sorry,
get
a whale
you
took
can't
over for a minute.
you can't get right.
A whale took me
You're
over.
like Kadarius Toney, you're like Draymond Green.
A
Can't
whale
get
just
right.
took me over for a minute. All right.
You, Alex, get to pick 3 other games that we get to
Like
flip the
what?
light on.
Okay. I will choose the Broncos Lions.
All right, Jim, who's the light?
Broncos are the light.
Lions it is.
All right.
So we have what's the spread here?
Lions -4.
Okay. Next game, Alex.
Bears at the Browns.
I will say that the Browns can never be the light. So the Bears are the light. Browns it still is.
All right, Browns -3.
Give me the details on that game. Who's
Brown-
hosting? Who's
Bears at Browns. Browns -3.
next game, Alex?
The last one I will take will be, and this is controversial for me, but I feel like this is the one that makes sense. Cowboys at the Bills. Bills -1.5.
Alex, you get to choose the light.
And the Bills will be the light because the Cowboys will never be the light.
The light takes it.
The Bills -1.5.
Well,
Cowboys at Bills -1.5.
okay. It's a new strategy. These are at least all of your picks, Alex, ended up being home favorites.
Yep.
And
It's a sign.
And the money line dog is an away dog.
I think it's a sign.
It's a sign of something. The sign of something. So that brings us to the end of this week's episode of Sports Stuff Betting Stuff. As a reminder, make sure that you get in on the Bowl Pick'em betting action. Check it information out on Instagram, on Facebook. Get into the link tree, catch that link. You can beat what's the name of our pick? What do we call it? Row the boat.
Row the boat.
Row the boat, because for some reason, even though we're typically a Big Ten supporting show, that did not translate into the pick'em picks for us this year. Try to beat the show. If you beat the show, you win.
A prize.
Prizes, because prizes are good for everyone. And for us to be able to afford those prizes, we're going to have to make sure we make it to
A payday.